Raiders lose and the Jaguars win. I think we know who's going to get a shiny new quarterback next year. Howdy, folks, and welcome back to another exciting episode of the D.Bell Sports Podcast. I'm your host, David Bell, and today we're going to be talking about Week 14. So let's get into it. The Raiders lost. They sure did. They're now the number 1 pick in the draft. They've only won 2 games this season, same as the Giants. So, lots of teams have actually won 3 games, and now the Jaguars are among them. So, worth noting that along with losses in the last few weeks of the season, I'd say players are still playing for their jobs, especially backups. Coaches want to return to coaching. No one wants to get fired. Some backup players like Aiden O'Connell, who's the backup quarterback going into the season, or Mac Jones with the Jags, or even players like Nick Vigil, who had that amazing blocked punt in the Cowboys game. They want to return next season. They want to keep playing. Their reputations are on the line. In that game, in the Raiders game, Aiden O'Connell did okay. 11 out of 19, 1 interception. That happens. He did suffer a knee injury, though. So Desmond Ridder came in. And Gardner Minshew is on IR with a broken collarbone. So to be fair, lots of injuries plaguing the Raiders. But Desmond Ridder, Aiden O'Connell, Gardner Minshew, all these quarterbacks, they want to come back. I would say they're all in the backup category. They've all started the season, but they're all pretty much backups. I think Baker really wanted this. Yeah, Raiders versus Bucks in this game. Bucks are now 7-6 in first place in the NFC South. They want to go to the playoffs. They have a 71% chance to go, what I saw, and they're ahead of the Falcons by 1 game in their division. Even then, Baker had 2 interceptions, so not the best. Raiders play the Falcons next, so some people want Kirk Cousins replaced with Michael Penix because he's not doing great, but we'll talk about that. I guess that would be a revenge game for Desmond Ridder. He played for the Falcons. Falcons just lost to the Vikings 42-41. So the Viking stock is definitely going up. Vikings are the real deal. Falcons are slipping. Kirk Cousins, 2 interceptions in this one. Man. Sam Darnold had 5 touchdowns in that game. That's crazy. Falcons sacked them 5 times to the Vikings 1, but the Vikings had 2 interceptions. Byron Murphy and safety Josh Metellus, they had those picks. So, good for them. Vikings side, Jordan Addison is elite. Justin Jefferson is elite. Aaron Jones is elite. Sam Darnold is just playing on another level. So, I guess I just couldn't get past that. Vikings are doing great. They're going up there. It's tough to lose to your old team, too. Plus, the Vikings booed him. They booed Kirk Cousins, which that's pretty rough. And he got you to the playoffs. Of course, you did lose to Daniel Jones, so I kind of get it. But even then, the Vikings actually signed Daniel Jones now. It's kind of funny. Jaguars win. Barely. 10-6 against the Titans. But Mac Jones won. He won a game as a starter, so there you go. But also threw 2 picks, so there you go. Crazy. I think the Titans, they might want to draft a quarterback. I think so. Will Levis seems like a backup. Maybe they can build around him if they really want to. I don't know. Tony Pollard's a bright spot. 102 yards rushing on 21 carries. He caught 2 passes for 22 yards. So, why did we get rid of him again? Jeez. I guess both O-lines held up. 2 sacks for the Jags, 1 for the Titans. So, I don't know. I assume the Titans might want to draft a quarterback, but I could be wrong. The Jags certainly won't. They played Trevor Lawrence in the offseason, a bunch of money. But Trevor's been plagued by injuries this season. Again, I feel for him. Maybe they could draft some O-line help. they're ranked. The Jaguars are ranked 23rd for their O-line. I don't know. There's some good offensive linemen in the draft, so I suspect they will become more valuable commodities, especially in the first round. Good O-lineman in the first round. Calvin Banks. Someone will snag him up pretty quick, I think. Go Texas. But the Giants lost, which the Giants lost. Breaking news. But yeah, they lost against the Saints, so they now hold the number 2 draft pick. They released their quarterback, of course, Daniel Jones. So we know they want to draft another one. But the backups want to they want to do well enough to get another contract somewhere else next year, or to stay with that same team. In this case, Drew Lock got to start another game. Good for you. Going 20 for 31 for 219 yards, 1 touchdown, 1 pick. So, did he earn another contract? I don't know. Does he want to stay with the Giants? Maybe. New York's not a bad place to spend some time. On the same side, Derek Carr was lost to injury again. Jeez, for the rest of the season. That's rough. He injured his left hand. They signed former Cowboys quarterback Ben DiNucci, who started 1 game for us in the 2020 season. Very nice. So there you go, Ben. Good job. In that season, we had 3 backup quarterbacks: Gary Gilbert, Ben DiNucci, and of course Andy Dalton, who started the majority of games after Dak went down. Man. Cowboys lost to the Bengals. Yeah, good for the Bengals. They're not doing too well. Their defense really letting them down. The real story, we lost to Marvin Overshown. For the rest of the season, the knee injury, this sucks. He was, we lost him for the season last year, preseason 23 due to an ACL tear. He was doing really well. He got his first pick 6. Batted a pass up, caught it and ran it for a touchdown. Not too long ago, and now it's he's a real bright spot, developing well, but now he's lost for the season. We lost so many players. We lost D-Law, Darren Bland, Sam Williams, of course, he hasn't even started. Darren Bland didn't. We lost him for a long time before he came back. Micah Parsons was lost for a little while, so injuries keep piling up. It's tough. Nick Vigil, he blocks a punt only to have a player touch the ball, meaning it's the other team's ball because they recovered it. So they get another set of downs. That really sucked. 20-20, and then Jamar Chase gets a touchdown. Talk about a real downer, But Rico Dowdle had another 100-yard game, which is good. 131 yards on 18 carries. Really tells you a lot about the Bengals defense, unfortunately. But hey, good for Rico Dowdle. Good job. Maybe you can solidify yourself as a backup next season when we draft Ashton Gianti, which is a real possibility. Or someone else. We need to draft someone. Brandon Cooks caught another touchdown. Way to go. Good for you. So that's good. Bengals, Jamar Chase, continues to light up the league. 177 yards. Not 1, but 2 touchdowns. So good job, Chase. Dang. Definitely puts him in the MVP conversation with Saquon Barkley and probably Josh Allen. I don't know if Mahomes is in there. He's throwing too many interceptions. Carolina Panthers, I found out that running back Jonathan Brooks was lost with another ACL injury. This one hurts. He played for Texas. Last year, he was really, really good. He got hurt right before the playoffs, ACL, and it's taken him this long to recover. Activated week 12, but just this sucks. Now he has to rehab again and wait even longer. So, God, I hate it. I hate it for the Panthers. They got a good running back. They drafted him. He was good. He just had to, come back from injury. They rehabbed him. They took their time, good for them, but this really hurts. The Chiefs win again, winning their 9th consecutive AFC West title. Wow. Very close game, 19-17. Man. They played the Raiders on this one. So yeah, very close, 19-17. Let's see. No, they played the Chargers. I'm sorry. they played the Chargers. So very cool. I just talked about the Raiders. But yeah, it was 19-17. Trent McDuffie had himself a game, knocking away passes and ending drives. Xavier Worthy is doing well. Travis Kelce was the leading receiver. Okay, nice. Nice. He's had a little up and down season. Isaiah Pacheco is now back as the RB1. They won on a last-minute field goal from third-string kicker Matthew Wright. So good job to Matthew. Good job, Matt. Which hit the upright before going in. Yeah, I mean, if you're third-string kicker, you want to go in no matter what. Now you're the hero who won the game against the Chargers, a big rival, and good for you. I hope you celebrate after that. Wright's been on, it's his 16th team in 5 years. Wow. Actually, that's not true technically, because he's been with the Steelers 4 times, the Chiefs 3 times, Panthers twice, and the 49ers twice. So, wow. Life of a kicker, I guess. Field goal percentage is 86%. Not too bad, so heck, I'd hire him, give him a shot. Jets lose to the Dolphins. Yeah, this clearly just wasn't their year. Jets are a mess, and the Dolphins are still fighting. Tua coming back really helped them out, so good job to the Dolphins. Don't really have much to say about this. We'll see what happens with the Jets next season. I did a whole video on the Jets. Just draft a quarterback and an offensive lineman, and you'll be straight. You'll be set. That's really those are the main things that you need. Draft another first round quarterback, but also get that lineman to replace Tyron Smith. Get that offensive tackle. May I suggest again, Kelvin Banks from Texas. So, go all in, but if you don't, that's on you. I'm not the GM, but just an idea. I think a lot of teams should be doing that actually. Couple your new quarterback with some help so that they actually do well. Make sure you have a good running back, because the better O-line is, better the running back does, The Bears lose to the struggling 49ers. 25 points. Wow, 25 points. I don't know, Bears. I don't know. Bears need leadership. They need a coach. They need some more players. I mean, I don't know what to say. They're ranked dead last in total offense now, which is kind of a surprise. Going into the season, we talked so highly about everything, and they got Rome Odunze, and it's like, oh wow, they got Caleb Williams, Rome Odunze, and all this stuff. So, I don't know. 49ers were able to sack them 6 times, so maybe they're having some O-line problems. Look to the draft, Bears. Look to the draft, I guess. You are now 4-9. At least you fired your head coach, right? So, yeah. Only go up from here. Maybe. Last game to discuss, Rams versus Bills. Wow, Rams beat the Bills 44-42. Surprising given the Rams' record of 6-6, but records can be deceiving. The Rams were dealing with injuries early on, but they look good now. Khalil Shakir's good. Puka Nacua was better. The Rams still have Cooper Kupp. Bills have Amari Cooper now. Bills have Josh Allen, had 3 touchdowns. Rams have Matt Stafford, a Super Bowl champion, who had 2 touchdowns. So, no run game, though, for the Bills. So, no sacks allowed by either O-line. Very nice. At any rate, the Bills are still really, really good. And they're the only team to beat the Chiefs, of course. So, of course the Bills are good. The Rams are just not going away quietly. They're fighting loudly. And, they can still get to the playoffs. Their next 2 games are the 49ers and Jets. Beating the 49ers could actually eliminate them from playoff contention. So, good luck, Rams versus 49ers, Rams versus Jets. 2 very winnable games. That's it for me for the season. But thank you so much for all my watchers and listeners out there. I dropped a video about the Cowboys' inaugural 1960 season, if you want to check it out. And some videos about the Cowboys, like who they should draft. A video about the Commanders, the Jets. I'm talking about anything. If there's anything you want me to talk about, let me know. But thank you so much. Thank you to all my Patreon subscribers. And, of course, go Cowboys.